Hello everyone, Suffolk Hobbit, and I thought I would present, well, my first official commission, but technically my second commission. But these were given to me by my good friend Kenny. They are Greebo Games Nurgle Blood Bowl team. He asked for me to paint them. He officially paid me and everything, obviously at a friend, mate's rates, shall we say. And yeah, I thought I would actually do a little showcase on the channel because I've been umming and ahhing about going into commission painting, probably not actually full time because I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But I don't want to risk going full time and obviously not have the money coming in. We all have bills to pay and whatnot, mortgages and things. So I'm contemplating dipping my toes into the water of commission painting more as an extra source of income and as something to enjoy, to make more funds to then actually buy models for myself to enjoy. But we'll see. But as it stands, this is my first sort of commission-y sort of thing, like officially-ish commission thing. And they have been awesome to paint. My friend basically said the ideas he had, which was he paints a lot of purples and sort of blues and reds, themed armies and things, teams and stuff. And he wanted something that was far removed from those colours as possible. And of course, with a Nurgle team, you're looking at mouldy colours, greens. I instantly thought the green, like the Nurgle green sort of shades, and yellow. I scoured through Google Images and other sort of sites of other people's interpretations of Nurgle Blood Bowl teams and just Nurgle in general, 40k, classic Nurgle with Warhammer, you name it. And I come up with this colour scheme. I had a few ideas to do with a water effect because I wanted them to have the look of, well, basically they taint everything, don't they? The law of Nurgle is everything's tainted purely just through their touch, and so I wanted it to, on their bases, to look really corroded, off, marshy almost, where everything, all like the stagnant nastiness of the pestilence of Nurgle's like just sucking up through the land that they're walking on, even on a pitch. So I wanted to do a water effect, like a marsh water effect, and as it turns out, for my first ever attempt, which again is very kind of my friend to even let me try and experiment in the first place, has come out, I think, very well, and I'm very pleased with it, and luckily so is he, so that's even better. But as the miniatures stand, Kenny, you'll have to correct me on this because I'm not entirely sure. But in the actual Greebo box set, you get the team plus a couple of other miniatures, which I haven't painted. One is the big beast, the Nurgle beast type thing, and Greebo give I think it's like a little extra miniature, like a coach, is it, or something? I think there's even an even smaller creature, I think, that's in there for God knows what standing reasons, who knows. But these miniatures, you've got 4 beastmen, which is these guys here, obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 beastmen. Fantastic models. Each model is individual, which is brilliant. They're all metal as well. In my biased opinion, metal's the best. Not so great for conversion, but with a bit of effort you can do it. It's just plastic makes it easier. But I prefer metal. But by the by, got your 4 beastmen. You then have 7 linemen. Again, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm assuming these are the bog standard linemen. And again, 7 is Nurgle's magic number, so again, this is rather cool. Again, all different poses. My particular favourite, if I can see him, is this dude here. It's just the fact that he's just like holding his guts open. He's got his fist clenched, ready to like bosh someone, but he's like holding his guts open so they'll fall on the floor. I think that's just brilliant. Absolutely great sculpts. This guy's holding some intestines or a maggot or something. I painted it as intestines. And then you've got 4 on the ends here. These look like Warriors of Chaos, or classic Nurgle Warriors of Chaos type things. But I'm guessing these guys are most likely your blitzers, your more specialist Blood Bowl team members. Blitzers, catchers, who knows. But that's these guys. My particular favourite is, there is this guy here, just because he's got a little Nurgling thing just sat on his shoulder there. Fantastic. Yeah, really cool. And I hope you guys like them. I hope you can see what I mean by the bases. I went through a bit of an effort here of building up the brown, which the grass is sat on, using a couple of layers of PVA and sand to actually build up a layer. I then put some small, very fine Jarvis ballast stone on all the bases to sort of fill in more gaps, and then finally I used Caliban green mixed with Elysian green in layers as the base colour of the green. And then I used this stuff, which is it's not the best. It's this Bush. I think it's pronounced Bush. Modelwasser Aqua, and it's a German thing. It's a German company or brand. It's basically PVA, but it will definitely completely and utterly dry clear in really thin layers. Really thin layers. If you wanted to make a river of any depth out of this stuff, you're going to be there for years, and it's not worth it. I'm going to continue to use this on other miniatures of small sizes of bases, but for big scenery pieces, you're going to have to use resin, because this just isn't quite good enough. It's a reasonable price. I think I got this for about £5, £6, £7 at best, and it is good. I recommend it if you want to give a wet effect. I was actually thinking, I'm not going to now, but I was actually thinking you could even use this on like the intestines and gory bits of these miniatures to give their gore and guts a sort of glisten effect. But yeah, for your water type things, you're going to want a proper resin type stuff, which I've since invested in, and I plan on really getting into some terrain building stuff like rivers, lakes, things like that. But yeah, that's what I use for these guys' particular bases anyway. Paints wise, overall this is probably about, I'm trying to think now, it's been a couple of weeks since I've actually finished them. It's got to be about 15 hours, 20 hours at the absolute max, and that really is at the absolute maximum. But 20 hours work, give or take. And the skin tones are all exactly the same. I based that undercoated black, Abaddon black, and then the skin tone was then put in ceramite white. I've then used the washes, which is, I've got it down there, Caribou Crimson. I've given that a real thick, heavy dose on the skin, and then I've gone over that again with ceramite white, but really thin dry brushing. Then used the wash again, and then I've gone over with padded witch flesh, followed by a very, very, very slight dry brush of the ceramite white, just to really make the skin pop. And it's come out really nice because you've got this nice reddy, purpley type effect, and that's what I wanted the miniatures to have, is that real rotten, pale, sort of type effect. Which came out really well. And for the guts and stuff, I then went over that again with Mephiston Red, again with the Caribou Crimson wash, and then I've then highlighted the actual gut bits with Evil Sun Scarlet, and then Evil Sun Scarlet mixed with a type of yellow, Uriel yellow, just give it a little bit more of a highlight, a bit more of a pop type thing. That's how that's worked out. The greens for the armour, all the armour's all the same, but done in different batches, so there is a very slight difference to the shade of the green. Not that you're going to particularly notice it, you're not going to go, oh wow, look at that, but it is there. And it's generally just mixtures of Caliban green and Elysian green, mixed together in certain stages, bit by bit built up. The yellow is XV88 mixed with Uriel yellow again. That's a 50-50 mixed XV88 first, 50-50 mixed the yellow and XV88, and then it's then added more yellow, so it's purely just the Uriel yellow as the final highlight. The bone effects and stuff is very simple. I just simply used padded witch flesh and Shabdi bone for that, simple. And then for the armour, I've just done a single layer with hardly any highlight to it, and that's of the Warplock bronze. And for a highlight on the Warplock bronze, I've simply just used a little bit of the gold. I'm trying to think what it's called now, shining gold. It used to be known as. What is it called? I'm trying to think. But yeah, I've used that 50-50 mix as a slight highlight. Done. And that was it really. For any leathers of the belts and things, I've used Mornfang brown, Baylor brown as well, just a different variants and stuff. And that is it. That's literally that. Extra highlights or anything I felt needed to be done to it, I'd add them just as and when with certain colours and mixes that I felt were needed. But yeah, that is literally how they turned out. I did them in batches, so I hit it hard. I did the 7 boys first because I felt these guys would take the most amount of time because there's a few more of them. I then finished with these guys. These guys were second, but these are the guys I finished with in terms of the human-looking type creature characters. I actually treated myself, as I've never actually painted beastmen things before. I wanted to save these guys as the final stage, as like the thing I was most looking forward to painting was these. So I figured if I save them to last, I'll give them a real nice bit of effort, and they come out really well. There you go. That is it. So my first commission work, as I say, I thought I'd share it with you guys on here. I'll think about whether I'll actually go into this properly as yet, but at the very least it's cool just to share something with all you guys, just to see what I get up to and something a bit different. I have much more Lord of the Rings stuff on the horizon. Progress has been a bit slow just because of life in general, as we all know, but there's some one-off characters and bits and bobs that I've been painting which I will be sharing with you guys soon, just as little one-offs, showcases and whatnot. And hopefully eventually I will be getting some battle reports in. I know I've been saying this for a couple of years now, to be fair, but again, time, other participants to actually willingly want to do a battle report to be filmed, because as you can imagine it takes a little while to do such a thing. And yeah, should be good fun. So thanks very much for watching, guys. As always, I do appreciate it, really do enjoy seeing any likes and comments that appear on the channel, because I think it's awesome. I'm still over the moon. The fact I've got over 100 and something subscribers, I think that's awesome. It might not seem much to some people, but to me, it means a lot. I do appreciate it. And yeah, stay tuned, guys. I'll see you again soon. Take it easy.